2, verse 49. I'm reading out of the New King James Version, so it's going to be a little bit different than what's on the screen. And he said to them, "Why did you seek me? Did you not know that I must be about my Father's business?" If you're in your living room or whatever, you can sit on the couch. You can be seated, guys. This is Jesus speaking, and he's talking. He says, "Don't you know that I must be about my Father's business?" I know that we as the church are committed to our Father's business. We are advancing his kingdom in this earth. I have no doubt about that. So with this message, I want to help somebody be more effective in the king's business. I'm going to borrow from my business studies and stuff. So I'm going to be heathen for a second. I'm going to make a striking similarity between God's business and the business of filthy lucre. Here's what it is. Okay. If you can pull up Marquise's baptism for me, please. Here's my friend getting baptized at Brother Hines' men's devotion and pool party. Essentially, here's what happened. My coworker was persuaded to be baptized in Jesus' name by Tim and the guys at Brother Hines' pool party. Essentially, if you look at it, a sale or an exchange took place. There was a commission that was reaped, and that was the Great Commission. Jesus' business was taken care of that day. But there were some things that preceded it. It didn't just happen. Yes, there was prayer. Yes, there was the word that went forth. But even before then, there was a personal connection. Before Jesus preached to anybody concerning the kingdom, he connected with them. He touched the leper. He ministered to their felt need before he ever preached and required them to do anything. He met them where they were at, and he earned their trust. So we as the church must connect with the people that we go to work with or that we go to school with. Marquise was a friend that I had known for about 3 years prior to him getting baptized. We had talked. He had given me rides. We had spent a lot of time together, and every time we connected, I was always concerned with his well-being. I always asked about him. How's his family doing? How's his life going? And that allowed me to build rapport with him, to build a connection with him. And God gave me favor with Marquise. So when the opportunity came, he was able to receive what we had preached to him. I want to give you a tool for connecting with people, even total strangers, if you are an introvert. You could be scared of people or maybe not even like people, but this little tool will help you instantly connect with anybody. It's called Forward. You can ask people about their family, their occupation, their recreational activities, what do they like to do for fun, and their dreams, their aspirations. You can form deep, quality connections with people just by asking them about these things. That's what I did with Marquise, and it works. He knew that I cared about him, and he also knew I had something worth pursuing. Anything that the people in this world are looking for, they can find in Jesus Christ. I promise you. Whether that be love or happiness, purpose, drive, ultimately it's found in God. And we as the church must understand people. They're not just looking for what we have. They are, but they just don't know it yet. They're looking to be happy, or they're looking to be fulfilled. They need to know that we have that in Jesus Christ. They've got to see the connection. But first, you've got to connect with them, and you have to let them know how much you care. Another thing, Tim persuaded Marquise. For him to do that, he had to be persuaded himself. 1 Timothy 4:16 says, "Take heed unto the doctrine, for in doing so you shall both save yourself and them that hear thee. You must be convinced of what you believe first before you try and convince anybody. So you've got to become persuaded of what you believe. You have to know that this gospel is the only saving message for these people. It is the truth. So Tim persuaded. He did this by asking questions to Marquise. He didn't just preach and stuff the gospel down his throat. He asked questions with him, he connected with him, and he used the elements of storytelling to position Marquise as the hero. As everybody sees themselves as the protagonists of their own story, and we have to realize that. We are the guide, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, that helps them get to their achieved goal, whether that be happiness, contentment, fulfillment, whatever it is. It's in Jesus Christ, but we're the guide that has to show them the way. So whatever the people that we minister to need, it can be found in God and only Jesus Christ. So be blessed, church.